Hello everyone, Mystery Storkin here, and welcome back to LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham as part of the year of DC. Today we have a pack based off some of the most important movies of DC's career. The Dark Knight Trilogy, directed by Christopher Nolan, and phenomenal movies. Personally, my favorite is The Dark Knight, but whose isn't? As we take on the Dark Knight Trilogy pack. Now this level is based off The Dark Knight, and the characters are inspired by The Dark Knight Trilogy, starting with Christian Bale's Batman, who is a pretty good actor. While I don't think he's the best Batman out there, he's still pretty dang good. Directing makes it a whole lot more. But it is based off the Kevlar design. It's a bit more armoristic. And yeah, I do like the design of the minifigures. There's some really great designs to these minifigures of this pack, which again makes it really worth it. But we got Joker here in the nurse outfit, inspired by, again, the Dark Knight Trilogy. The scene where he's in the hospital with Harvey Dent, which I think was an interesting choice to go with. Not what I would have gone with if, in all honesty, if there was, this is my brutal opinion about the matter. If there was, in all honesty, a way to get the Dark Knight series Joker that wasn't the nurse outfit in the game, I would have been a lot more forgiving about this, because I would have been like, oh, it's just like a cute little extra on the skin. But yeah, Heath Ledger's Joker is really great, really surprising. I really think it is a perfect example of not judging a casting before it happens. So yeah, internet, I'm not going to judge a casting until we see the performance, because then we wouldn't have or celebrate as much Heath Ledger's Joker. Now, it is unfortunate what happened with Heath Ledger. I wish nothing but the best for his family. And I want to remember him as having an incredible legacy as the Joker and doing a phenomenal job in the role, even though it did make him go insane. Also, unfortunately, his death did make a great performance too, because they could not replace him. But more in this pack are a bunch of characters. I'm going to start with just kind of the civilians. We got Commissioner Gordon himself, played by Gary Oldman. And Gary Oldman did a great job with Commissioner Gordon. I think a character they really did want to attempt to try to make a main thing in the Batman movies. He wasn't as much, which is kind of disappointing. I think the only real attempt to do that was Batman Year One, the movie, where it was very much just based on Gordon's life. But all in all, really cool. I like the design again, because this is also based off a Lego set that came out that was only for the Dark Knight Rises, which was very odd because we didn't actually get like the tumbler in that one. We got the military tumbler that Bane's crew was using to destroy Gotham. So yeah, and then we have the SWAT team member. While dealing with the Joker, they were kind of a SWAT thing going on. I like to believe that this is the cop who was in the bottom, like, you know, the one that took over Gordon's job and was kind of a coward at first. And the wife lied about his location. Yeah, I'm just gonna spoil some little moments of the movie. I would have preferred Blake to be in the movie and the pack, because I think it would have been definitely a more interesting character to include, like, as a game roster, like, as you're basing on the movies. Now we're gonna move on to Bane, played by Tom Hardy. And God, that voice is gonna haunt him forever. I don't hate that Bane is in the movie. Bane is a phenomenal character in the comics. He is much smarter than people give him credit for, which is awesome. He is also really strong. I would have loved to have seen Bane in all of his glory in The Dark Knight Rises if they were actually adapting both Nightfall and The Dark Knight Returns. However, they just made him a puppet to Talia al Ghul. Really? Yeah, I agree. It was not helpful to reveal the main villain of the entire movie was a henchman, because it kind of undermines his role. But there's Bane, and I do like the attention to detail with the armor there, and the mask on him is really awesome too. Now we're gonna go all the way from the last in the trilogy to the last one with Ra's al Ghul, played by Liam Neeson. And I love they actually gave him kind of the reddish hair, because Liam Neeson is Irish. They have a little Lazarus Pit effect there, but he is really cool. I do like kind of the knight armor, because this is back when he was trained Batman in Batman Begins. Liam Neeson, I think, does a good job. I really like that he was able to bring Ra's al Ghul into the movies. And while I think his plan wasn't the best, it ultimately worked in a really good, interesting villain for the movie. Now, next up, we got the Scarecrow, played by Cillian Murphy. You're an Oscar winner, and he is one of the few characters who appears in all three of them. That's not entirely fair because you have Batman, Alfred, Commissioner Gordon, but you also have Scarecrow, which I think is awesome that we have a character like Scarecrow, a villain character that appears in all of them. He is really good, and again, I'm really happy that they were able to bring Scarecrow into the comic and from the comics into it. And I think Cillian Murphy did a great job. While he does get undermined by the fact that he again is a henchman character, he really does go above and beyond, and I like that he remains alive during the entire trilogy. So you have a sense of trying to find the right terminology, but you get a sense like when the criminals take over, like what exactly happened or how exactly they have changed. I like the little bag effect on his little head there. I do have the tumbler set that has him as a minifigure, but he does not have that really cool mask because these crazies they just can't stand the mask. Well, we got Selena Kyle here, aka Catwoman, played by Anne Hathaway. I really do like what they did with this. Is a really cool minifigure and design. Like they have the cat ears. That is really good detail. She has the whip here, which is interesting. She does not have the whip in the movie. But I did like that they include that. Well, I think that the narrative about her and the whole wiping of the digital fingerprint is interesting. Anne Hathaway does an okay job. I think she's better in Interstellar with Christopher Nolan, but again, she did not do a horrible job, and I'm glad that she has something like this in her repertoire. She's a fine Catwoman for what's needed. But then we have one of the best, I shit you not, the best incarnations of Two-Face in media. Aaron Eckhart's Two-Face. Oh my god. I loved everything about this character in the movies. He is phenomenally played by Aaron Eckhart. Something that feels right from the comics. It was a fantastic performance, and I hope if we get Two-Face that it is, while it may not be as great as Aaron Eckhart's performance, that it is at least half as good. No pun intended. I love the minifigure design here. It has like half the burnt suit. I could have maybe preferred the burnt face, but I get why they couldn't really go for it because it would be hard to do as a minifigure design. But all in all, I don't mind it. I think this pack has some really great character designs, and there is a special car which I do want to drive because it is really sus. This chick sticks the car, but we'll do that after the level pack, which is based off of The Dark Knight. Again, one of the best Batman movies ever made. I also want to watch it after I'm recording today, but I think I'm going to watch Batman Returns because I haven't watched that in a while. Or Steel, just because I want to watch something really obscure. But we're going to go through and do the Dark Knight Trilogy pack. I'm going to be very curious to see how this level goes. It's been a while since I played it, so that's why I'm just like, But anyway, the Dark Knight Trilogy. Let's get to it.
Hello. You all settled in? Right then, I will begin. My name is Alfred. Let me get you up to speed, son. Rachel, Bruce's ex, has herself a new man. Poor Bruce. I really thought they'd last the distance. I even got myself a new hat. This fella, Harvey Dent's got himself into a right pickle. He's only gone and passed himself off as the Batman. Dent the Batman? He's having a laugh. I mean, he's a big man, but he's out of shape. For Bruce, this is a full-time job. With Harvey Dent setting himself up as Bane, it wasn't long before the Joker made himself known. Blimey, he stands out in the crowd, doesn't he?
I agree. So this is based off the prisoner transport where Joker is out to get Harvey Dent. It is a fantastic point in the movie, and also when they destroy an IMAX camera. Look it up for more details. I'm trying to get that mini kit up there, so if someone's like, what are you doing over there? I don't like that Joker is not in his Joker attire here. Like, I would have much rather prefer him to be in his Joker costume, but they have the Joker doing there, which is very different than the Dark Knight Trilogy Joker, for sure. But I do like that we get to play as the villain of this section, which I think has a nice twist to it. A demented twist, but a twist nonetheless. But yeah, I would have much rather preferred them to keep it, but this is a really awesome moment in the movie where he has to stop it.
It was just too much for them. Even their fancy helmets and bulletproof vests appeared to be no match for his nurse's uniform.
I agree, the nurse's uniform shall make you suffer. As there's a rocket launcher in there. I don't know why cops keep the rocket launchers just easy for criminals to get to. It's just silly. I mean, who would do that? But I now have a rocket launcher. It is also a great moment when he uses the rocket launcher. Just hangs out there, fires it. It's a great moment and great movie. Now it's making me want to rewatch it. I keep saying that whenever I play like I and stuff. It's like, it makes me want to rewatch it. Fire the SWAT cars. Because again, he's trying to kill Harvey to send a message about things. Even though he doesn't think... The Joker knows that Harvey Dent is not Batman. Like, he knows it. Like, which is one thing I really love. Like, Joker knows Batman so well that Joker would not think that it's him. Let me get that make it while I'm here.
Batman's on his way.
Yeah, it's not the part where he's thrown off where he's two separate locations, but... no, but also this is the part where Gordon is faking his death for the time being, which did get me initially when I watched it. You have to use the bell gun gun again? No, because you guys are made of silver. Okay. Makes sense. It wasn't just locking on, which was the problem.
This can't go on. Somebody's got to put a stop to this clown.
Yeah, where are you, Batman? Where are you? We just blow cars here. I basically can come up in the tumbler and be all awesome, like, because that is the Batman way. Yeah, the tumbler! One of the coolest Batmobiles ever put to film. Oh, it just twirls around it. That's awesome. Wish we fired at, but beggars can't be choosers. And there's another truck that we gotta destroy. Cool. But yeah, I do. Oh, The Dark Knight is such a great movie. Like, I like that even when they capture the Joker, like, it's not for sure. Oh man, I don't know if Christopher Nolan just made such a masterpiece with it. I'm really surprised about the reception side. It hasn't like aged poorly, unlike some people who are like, we don't like it anymore. I don't know what we're supposed to do with this, but okay. Oh, a new a rocket launcher. Okay. Fire. This is the one that dents him, and then Batman's gonna block it, right? No, apparently not. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. What's Rachel thinking about this fella? Who am I to tell her? I've heard this guy can be a bit insincere. A bit... what's the expression? You know, too fit. Is that a bazooka? Go on, Master Bruce. Get in there, son. Oh, Bruce, not another car. This dim character. I mean, with all due respect, he isn't a patch on Master Wayne. Underneath all that rubber and armor plating, Bruce is a very sensitive guy. Not a lot of people know that. Oh, Bruce. You were only supposed to blow the Lego doors off.
Yeah, you had to go and cause a lot of problems, but Joker's just passed out.
Know,
okay.
Gordon's alive. It's just as well, because Batman needs some help to dig the Joker out of the rubble.
I give credit to whoever's doing the voice acting here. They're very much trying to sound like Michael Caine.
That the exact parts he needed will be found conveniently close by.
Yeah, conveniently close by, because that is how these games work. But yeah, I do think this is kind of interesting right here. I think this is the electricity ability here. This does not feel like a section at all from the movie.
But a Joker's good. If only they'd had some sort of crime-fighting sidekick to help him.
Like Robin. Don't be absurd, because Robin appears in the third one. A really affordable way of being like, the legacy will continue. Even though I don't know. I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt does a decent job in the role. Not
the Joker's voice
what I'm trying to say, but he's definitely very much a character from Dark Knight Returns comic.
Scarf? It's strange because I don't remember him wearing one.
Let me tell you how I got these scars. I love the scars monologue because what works about it, I'm not going to really go over like why that's such a perfect line of dialogue. It's because it teaches you right from the get-go not to trust Joker. Like Joker is a wild card, and that's the entire concept of the narrative. Is that how do you try to stop someone who's crazy? That one won't go down. I like the music choice here. Like this is very Hans Zimmer. I love Hans Zimmer's music. I actually did read for in Hans Zimmer, believe it or not. Because I had to do one for my multimedia class. It's like, cool, I'm going to do Hans Zimmer. Because a lot of people were choosing like film people and animation. I'm just like, I want to do something different. Let's do Hans Zimmer. Oh, I get some of the bats! That's awesome! Ow. As soon as I get destroyed, but okay. The thing implied that I had to come up here. So we're seeing what's in the alley. But again, the scars line is amazing because again, it teaches you the Joker is insane and that you should never trust him.
As Batman
I know that
continued to
you're
film,
like saying
the
that like
Joker
you
asked
shouldn't
him,
already.
"Why so serious?" To which Bruce replied, "I'm Batman. I'm always serious."
That sounds like Batman or
I
something
don't
you would
think
say,
that
but more of a
fully
joking
answered
way.
his question.
I think we can glide, right? Yeah, we can. Good. This is awesome because... Oh, we can also do the computer things. That's awesome. Okay, I'm starting to like Dark Knight Trilogy Batman a bit more and more every day. In this game, at least. But anywho, I cannot express. I love The Dark Knight. Oh, it's a phenomenal movie. I was in a film class, and I don't really think the teacher really understood it. Because they were teaching us about like, just what we did is like for the same week we watched the Dark Knight we watched the Dark Knight and we watched Iron Man. And he was like, both these launch franchises. I'm just thinking to myself, what? This was the second film in a 3-part trilogy. It wasn't the start of like the MCU or something.
I remember Batman
Was
asking the
indeed.
Joker why
It was
he was
odd,
wearing
but anywho,
a
my
nurse
film
jacket.
professor, my first film
He
professor
babbled
at
about
my second
fan
college,
service, which, to tell you the truth,
was not the
still
smartest
puzzles
bulb in
me
the
some.
shed. I knew more about film than him. But anywho, let's go and free the Joker. But I bet if he did film reviews, he'd be a lot better than my content. Am I right? Yeah, I can't help but make fun of myself because, yeah. Anywho, let's go free the Joker. Because that's what Batman would do. Batman would totally free the Joker. Again, because he can't kill. And that's the whole thing Joker points him out on in the film.
Well, that came out as well as could be expected. Gordon's made commissioner, Joker's in prison, and Bruce managed to save half of Rachel's boyfriend. That Joker, he was a tough nut. I have to say, of all the people in lipstick Bruce has been up against, he was definitely the hardest. Now I've got to get back, put the tea on. Master Wayne will be starving after all that. I don't know. He can defuse a thermonuclear warhead, but can't grill his own fish fingers. Or pick his socks up off the bedroom floor for that matter.
Okay, that is a reference to Batman Begins and Batman the Dark Knight. Sorry, not Batman the Dark Knight, but you complete me. I love that line too. Heath Ledger is an amazing performer in that. That's odd because that is a reference to Dark Knight Rises, which is the third one in the trilogy, not the second one. So unless Alfred is a Time Lord and can see into the past and future, I'm going to raise my eyebrow about that because that is very, very odd. We do not say poor old Adam West. I feel bad for Adam West. I really do. We're not that about Adam West, in all honesty. He has millions. His family's staying pretty. He's a great performer. But yeah, we're going to do one thing because I really just want to have a bit of fun because there is a vehicle in this section. It is the most awesome of film vehicles ever made. And I'm not using hyperbole for that matter. Let's switch you over to Two-Face. Also, I was going to say that was not the scene of where Two-Face is burned. It's actually after that where they get separated. So there's a... Let me just spoil the movie for you. If you have... It's on O, actually. Why am I going there? I don't know. Let's just... let's just spoil The Dark Knight for you. It's that scene afterward because he's all safe, and then when the cop cars take him, cop cars is actually one that's where the Joker. Actually, no, it was the crime bosses that. I think I have the scene mixed up. But anywho, we have the Tumbler, the coolest Batmobile ever made. I'm sorry, Zack Snyder. Your thing's street legal. This thing is fucking cool. I'm sorry, it is right up there with some of the coolest cars in film. And it feels so fast. Oh my god. Because chicks dig the car. What do I get to drive the car? Chicks dig the car. It's so fast that even makes doing like that really cool. Okay. My mother warned me about being cars of strange men. This isn't a car. It has the bizzle. If you said I could not love a Lego car, you are sadly mistaken. I do have the Tumbler set. I also have the Batmobile set from the Batman. My goal in life is to have all of the Batmobile, make a Lego Batmobile Armada. It is my joy in life. It is what I'm currently working on. I need the Adam West one, which I think is discontinued. I'll have to check. But they have the animated series one out. As I just fall to my death. Okay. Oh, it's so awesome that it can turn itself back around. Oh, that's beautiful. Again, favorite Batmobile of all time. I'm glad it was not excluded from the Arkham Knight. But yeah, I'm just very happy. Oh, we're totally gonna do this one real fast. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Yeah, I want to do the race. But yeah, The Dark Knight is such like the most perfect of sequels. Like again, I cannot recommend it enough. I don't think Batman Begins and well, they're shot really well. I don't think Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises are as great. Because I'm just gonna quickly. This is my quick rant. Batman Begins and Dark Knight Rises are very much different beasts because they don't deal with this, because they're very much the League of Assassins narrative, which wasn't really the best narrative of them. But yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna end the part here. Thank you oh so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and same bad time, same bad channel. As tomorrow we'll take a look at the Batman Beyond pack. It's going to be very interesting. Really awesome character options in there. But yeah, we'll see you guys then. That is it for me at the moment. I say that, but then I do a bunch of random shit. And we'll see you guys then. Oh, we can drift. I didn't know we could drift. I feel so stupid. Anyway, until then, I want to drive this off the cliff. Whee! Bye-bye.